Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, freaks?
We're here to talk about a little film we just checked out called the Drive-In HorrorShow.
It's called Drive-In Waste of My Time. It honestly wasn't good, but we're going to tell you why.
It was, I'll say it was directed by Michael Neal and written by Michael Neal and Greg Anson. It is a kind of a horror anthology film in the vein of, say, Creepshow and things like that.
Tales from the Hood, baby.
Tales from the Hood, yeah.
Which I usually love anthology films. I really do. I like the style and the genre.
I love Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
And Tales from the Crypt.
And this one, you know, it had potential, but
didn't deliver.
Didn't really pan out. I mean, there were some redeemable qualities to it. You know, some of the music was cool. But
intros and like the middle segments of the film.
Yeah, I mean, the best part was the that I don't even know the character.
Kind of the host of the movie.
And the campiness of those segment parts. That was the best part.
Those little segments were great. As far as the stories go, the first one, I mean, there was what? There was Pig. There's The Closet. There was
someone with the doctor.
Fall Apart. The Meat Man, and The Watcher. The very first one, Pig, I didn't care much for it. I mean, basically a guy super glued to a bathtub.
The dialogue rambled on, and it went on way longer than it really would in any natural situation, and it was just really bad dialogue. I mean, I don't know. It was like poor man's misery.
And see, I couldn't really tell if it was the dialogue that was wrong with it, or if it was the acting was lacking.
I thought the dialogue was pretty bad. That was my take. I mean, the acting, there's not much more they could have done with it. I mean,
I don't really know. I don't know if it's really worth going through each one individually. Just kind of maybe worth pointing out the redeeming qualities, if there are any. If there was a best one, I'd say overall the second one was the best one with The Closet. You know, I mean, just because it was kind of entertaining and it was kind of funny.
It was funny.
It was funny.
The acting was horrible, but it worked for it, I guess. But it was predictable, and it kind of got old after a little bit for me. But other than that, what drove me the most crazy is I understand people are on a budget and stuff, but if you're after to do an anthology film, then I would hope that you would have the budget to maybe get some different directors for each one, different style for each one, and because we had the same exact style, down to the camera work, down to the effects, down to the soundscape, everything was the same, and down to the filming locations. I mean, I'm pretty sure The Watcher was filmed in the exact same place as the one with the doctor.
Fall Apart.
Whatever, and they were probably all in the same neighborhood for all I know, and it got boring. And honestly, if it would have stopped after the third one, it would probably get an extra point, but the fact that it drove on for two more, none of us really honestly finished The Watcher. We started it and we just kind of held our heads low, and again, that one might as well be called Smoke Break.
You know, and that one seemed, that last one actually seemed like it was probably the most fun, you know. I think I watched more of it than you did. But there was, it seemed like it'd be kind of like an 80s, you know, slasher type thing, with like a backwoods kind of cannibal guy. But
we'll never know, because they should have threw something like that if it was good, maybe as the second film or a little earlier on. I mean, just to make that, there shouldn't have been a fifth film. They should have stopped at 3, you know. But I mean, whatever. If there was a redeeming movie in there, they should have bumped it up there.
There wasn't really any special effects in the film, though. I mean, there was some blood and everything, but there wasn't any really good practical effects in the film.
They got better. They got better as it went. I mean, Fall Apart obviously had some, deteriorating of the human body, which, I mean, the effects that were there were actually pretty good. That was definitely one of the redeeming factors of the movie, I thought. And then The Watcher had some kind of cool, blood and gore and stuff in it too. But that was really one of the only things it had going for it, honestly.
So, point blank, what would you give this film?
2 out of 5.
Oh, you're kind. I want to say my minor redeeming quality of it, but basically there was like a couple really minor redeeming aspects all across the whole thing, and maybe if they would have gathered them all up and they would have been at least one of the segments in the movie altogether, might have made for an okay segment. But what was it called? Fall Apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think the lead actor in that, who was kind of a Larry David with hair, with the voice of Ed Burns.
Sounded like Ed Burns,
as you put it. He was probably arguably the best actor out of the whole thing, but even he wasn't great. It's like he seemed to be really good at monologues, and then when you started putting him with dialogue with other actors, it kind of fought it a little bit. But that just tells you, how he was working with those other guys, and he wasn't such a good physical actor, but all in all, was the best, I'd say. But you guys are kind, man. I'll give it a 1, maybe half a point, and I give it a half a point just because the intro was funny.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
2.
2? God, you guys are so kind.
I think I don't know.
I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I definitely have.
I've seen worse, and I've given them 0s. That's.
Yeah, the reason I'm giving it 2 is because of those kind of like the in-between segments with, the host and all that, and his little crew at the drive-in and whatnot. That was all good, and it was funny, and I just wish it would have kept that same vibe, but, I like that stuff, and then, there were parts of, each one of the stories that was okay, except for the first one. It was just, there was nothing to it, really. But
it was missing someone as sexy as Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer to the kneecaps.
Yeah, but
needed a Kathy Bates in the hot tub scene, like in About Schmidt or something. But
hometown hero of a movie there. But
no, I thought some of the effects that were there, I thought were really good. So that helped. But so yeah, that's kind of what made up my 2 out of 5. I don't know, River, what's yours?
Pretty much the same, man.
Yeah.
I just want to say that to finish it off, that I would have given it probably at least a 1.5 or 2 had it stopped at the third movie. But the fact that it was as long as it was, that hurts that hurts everything. I don't care if it's an awesome record, an awesome movie, but if you those movies where they go on just 5 minutes too long or 10 minutes too long, and it just can bring it down from being a perfect movie down a point. I just hate that, and that's what brought this down to like a 0.5 for me. So
I agree.
That's about it. We don't want to let this go on too long. It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Check it out if you dare.
Yeah, you can find it through midnightreleasing.com if you so choose.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Riverman.
I'm Goose.
And the Lush.
I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Keep it sleazy.